Okay, this issue that has to do with gender equality, which you tried to talk about earlier on, and it's about eliminating gender disparity in primary and secondary education, preferably by 2005, that's supposed to be 9 years ago, and at all levels by 2015. And if you look at this time, 2005 and to 2015, where are we?
Well, like I said earlier, there's been some improvement. And this improvement, unfortunately, is regional based. You are seeing huge improvement in the southeast, huge improvement in the southwest and the south-south, where there's almost no discrimination. I mean, in the past, 20 years ago, a lot of families in the southeast did not even agree to send their female students to school. Then subsequently, the reverse became the case in states like Anambra State, where male children stopped going to school because they wanted to be rich early. But now we've seen improvement. In the first place, there's no discrimination. There's no obvious discrimination between the male and the female gender in terms of parents sending their children to school today in the South. You still have some discrimination in the North. You still have a situation where children are married out at girls are married at a very tender age when they should be in primary school in the North. That is not happening in the South again. So we need to address that. Do you have a huge, so when you take a national average, you see that national average is distorted by what happens in the northern part of the country. And we need to address that. The federal government needs to intervene. And one of the things we need to do is adopt what most of the European countries have done. Make it a criminal offense if you fail to send your children to school at primary school level, at primary and maybe junior secondary school level. And the government should take records of children when they are born and follow through their advancement, their school enrollment. In other countries, when your child is born and is of school age and it's not in any school, the authorities come after you. But there's no record of children. If what we did in terms of managing Ebola, where those who have been exposed to the risk of Ebola were being tracked, if we can do that in terms of enforcing compulsory primary school education in the country, that would be very great. When children are born in European countries, and of course, all births are registered over there. Once the child is of school age, the authorities will ask the parents where the child is enrolled. We need to move towards that. If we want to achieve 100% literacy level in the country, we must criminalize failure to send school children to schools. Situation where children are hawking products on the roadside at ages when they should be in primary school and during school hours. Government should pick those children and trace their parents and sanction those parents. I know in a state like Akwa Ibom State, it's a criminal offense for you not to send your child to school. And I think other states, like I said, some of these comments are not political, they are facts, which if we have standards that are favorable for in any state, I mean other states should copy it. I think that law should be copied by other states, where it becomes an offense punishable by jail term if parents fail to send their children to school. We still have a lot of parents who think that children who are 6 years old should be breadwinners, should be contributing to the income of the family, obviously because of severe abject poverty. But I also know the government has a role to play. In other countries, you have social safety net. We don't have social safety net. There are vulnerable families in the country that need support. I know the Minister of Finance did say sometime that they are introduced some conditional cash transfer schemes where they support very vulnerable families to send their children to school or to receive medical attention at the primary health care centers.
Okay, I know that our time is really up, but there's a particular goal I'd like us to touch on, which is develop a global partnership for development. And I know that Nigeria has been working with the private sector, international organizations to help develop our economy, attracting FDIs. But what's your own assessment on this?
Well, I think in that area, Nigeria has done relatively well. If you compare when this Millennium Development Objective were pronounced in 2000, September 2000, and now when 189 countries signed it, and you look at where we are, we've exited the debt burden. If you look at that objective, one of the sub-objectives that there should be the poor countries should be supported to reduce their debt burden. Nigeria has exited its debt obligations and has reduced the debt burden, and that resource has been freed for economic development. Although you cannot pinpoint a specific project that we are They executed from the savings from debt relief. But the fact is that we now have a sustainable debt profile. Nigeria economy has opened up. We have a lot of relationship with a lot of multinational agencies.
Is that translating to improving our standards of living in real terms? To what extent have we been able to transform that into affecting the lives of Nigerians?
You know, the links are not a straight line. It's not a straight line link. You can't say because the economy has been opened up to foreign, global, international partners that you have, but you can actually trace some of the side effects. If you issue of water, issue of access to water, environmental issues, which is one of the goals, you find out the United Nations and the World Bank has supported a lot of you have a lot of World Bank assisted water schemes that have provided water to a lot of rural areas. That is a direct benefit of such interaction between the federal government and multinational agencies. So you have a lot of schemes that are supported by multilateral agencies. If you take for the issue of polio eradication in the north, you see the Bill Gates Foundation throwing a lot of resources to that. So you can actually see some, but like I always said, economic and social development are not a light bulb effect. You don't wake up in the morning, turn a bulb, and then you see brightness everywhere. But we've seen, if you look at some of those goals, you will see the intervention of multilateral agencies. Take for example the issue of reducing HIV and infectious diseases like malaria. You see a lot of donor agency intervention in helping Nigeria to reduce the level of HIV infection in the country and the level of malaria infection in the country. And if you take for example, Guinea worm has been eradicated. Eradication of the Guinea worm required a lot of foreign assistance, which has been accomplished. We've almost eradicated polio. Cerebral meningitis has already been eradicated. Today, you have a high level of immunization among children of below 1 year old. So some of these things are coming with counterparty support from multinational agencies, which is the benefit of that goal number 8.
All right. Johnson Chukwu, thank you. We have to leave it at that. Thank you for your time. Our time is really up on the program. Johnson Chukwu is the CEO at Kari Asset Management Limited, and he's been talking to us about achieving the Millennium Development Goal. What level of development have we been able to record in the realization of the MDGs? We hope it's a topic we'll always get back to and look at other details and other goals that we have not been able to touch on the program today. And that'll be it. We do appreciate all of you out there for also taking out time to watch Business Morning. Thank you very much for being a part of the program. I am Bolaji Akinwale. Bye for now.